Unforgettable stories out of Western Jamaica from the scrapbooks of Adrian Frater. Over the years, Western Jamaica, especially Montego Bay, has developed a bothersome reputation of hugging up illegal multi-million-dollar get-rich-quick schemes which sometimes quickly turn from sweet to sour. While the lucrative drug trade and the infamous lottery scam, which were basically underground schemes, fattened the bank books of many persons, the pyramid scheme, which operated under the name Partner Plan, primarily in Montego Bay, generated the most hype, excitement and general acceptance. It should be noted that while the ganja trade, which gradually morphed into the transnational cocaine trade, and the lottery scam, which raked in billions of United States dollars, has always been seen as illegal activities, the Partner Plan, which featured prominent persons such as church leaders, teachers, and even police officers, had a subtle type of legitimacy about it, especially in the early days. It should be noted that one of the first schemes to emerge in Montego Bay, the revolving Partner Plan scheme, which was operated by Winston Gillins, was launched at the St. John's Methodist Church. And probably most interesting of all, the Esme Jones operated Speedy Cash Partner Plan did its payout from the Barnett Street police station during a period of turbulence between the operator and investors. In today's edition of Lest You Forget, we will be looking at the rise and fall of the various partner plans, which first made heroes and then villains out of persons like retired school teacher Esme Jones, who became the face of the Partner Plan before she was arrested by the Fitzbailey-led fraud squad for breaches of the Financial Institution Act. During the peak period of the Partner Plan, which I covered extensively for the Gleaner, the major schemes in operations were, in Montego Bay, the revolving Partner Plan operated by Winston Gillins, the Speedy Cash Partner Plan, which was operated by Esme Jones, the Instant Community Partner Plan, which was operated by businessman Teddy Myers, the Speedy Cash Plan, operated by businessman Kenneth Chu, and in Lucy, Hanover, the Quick Cash Partner Plan, which was operated by Doris Day, and in Senton, the Flash Cash Partner Plan. Back in 2000, these partner plans were all the rage in Montego Bay, as persons anxious to get rich quick emptied their bank accounts, borrowed money from overseas relatives, sold cars and even cows and goats to get the thousands of dollars they hoped that when invested would make them millionaires in just a mere 3 months. At the launch of the revolving partner plan scheme, which took place at the St. John's Methodist Church on Sunday, September 17, 2000, Gillins outlined a lucrative plan. According to him, a $2,000 investment would yield $10,000 and a $6,000 investment would yield $40,000 in a mere 12 weeks. To trump the viability of the scheme, he said the business had an account at the CIBC Bank in Montego Bay with a working capital of $4 million. For the early investors, it was a case of all things bright and beautiful, as many walked away washed with cash on their initial investments. Like the Loving Their Hit song, Wild Gilbert, which spoke of the refrigerators, fans and television sets persons got from looting after the hurricane had passed. Some people were able to point to cars, houses and plots of lands and say, "A that partner plan gimme." Needless to say, with the excitement being generated by the partner plan and the uncontrolled joy of the early investors, other persons threw caution to the wind and joined the long line going into the various establishments, hoping to cash in on the quick rich money bonanza. However, within months, what seems too good to be true started turning out not to be true, as the various schemes began to crack, causing angry investors to start demanding back their monies. With the fraud squad getting involved, persons like Doris Dale and Esme Jones went into hiding, having become the targets of angry investors who no longer saw them as heroes, and members of the fraud squad which wanted them behind bars. Eventually, all of the major players were arrested by the police. Jones and Dale, who eventually surrendered, were among those all before the court amid much fanfare. However, while Dale pleaded guilty at the Halfway Tree Courthouse and was fined $3 million or 6 months in prison, Jones was convicted and sent to prison. Some of the other investors paid back their monies to avoid the indignity of going to prison like Jones. In looking back at that get-rich-quick saga, which brought joy to the lives of a few persons but ruined the life of many others, must go down as one of those unforgettable stories out of Western Jamaica. Unforgettable stories out of Western Jamaica, from the scrapbooks of Adrian Frater.